Welcome, welcome, welcome to the wonderful world of the journey of Grandiasha. So, first off, welcome to the Will-O-Wisp Woods as usual. We are here to roll some dice, make some role play, have some friends, and regret decisions that we find humorous in the moment. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are obviously happy to have all of you. Thank you for joining us this week. And I noticed that we've got a certain fishy friend of mine following earlier. Not when the stream started, but it's in the notification activity feed. There it is. Got a few followers in the activity feed, so that's always fun. But nonetheless, welcome, welcome, welcome to the journey of Grandiasha. Thank you for following the Will-O-Wisps, because this week's story is another addition to the wonderful, wonderful journey that our players find themselves on. Now, as you can see, we're still missing James. He decided he didn't want to join tonight. But nonetheless, still playing. So, I should hopefully have more energy today. I passed out immediately when I got home last night and did not get to stream, so that's why I disappeared. That was fun. But nonetheless, this week we continue the shenanigans of our wonderful group as they journey around. How many pencils are y'all gonna add to your collections? I've just been watching in the like. What's funny is I have the actual Discord like mini thing over here, so I can actually look at you all, and it looks like I'm looking towards the camera and stuff. And then I've got my OBS over here where I can see everything. And in both screens, as I look around, I just see.
How fast you noticed it, but it's a little game. We'll let you see if you figure it out, other than putting pencils. And see if the chat figures it out, too.
See if you can figure out the pattern.
I don't like this all of a sudden.
I don't want sticking pencils in your hair.
See how many they can fit.
Anyway.
I wanted to make fun tonight.
Nonetheless, after our rousing introduction last week to our players' shopping habits, we now continue the story as they go further into the City of Crows, finding things that they feel they need and want, making deals, learning more about the city, finding information, and now having to figure out where they can find their next target. So, thank you all for joining us as we continue the journey of Grandiasha. The floor is yours. Who wants to start off tonight?
Tyler, I think we should have left some of these for her.
We can get more.
That's very true, but could you do it this time? She's gonna rope me in.
Yeah, can we get more? I'm just gonna ask that to the salesperson. I don't remember what we got.
A lot.
Another round,
Here's
I guess?
something that you think ODL will like.
Wait, some.
Oh, and some more of those chocolate fruits.
Let's see. Wait, how much? How much did the last set cost?
Mm. Mm.
That's a good question.
Very good question. Yeah.
Hmm.
Not in my notes. I wasn't on spending money.
I think,
Nyla's gonna pass her 1 gold and ask, "Can you just put like things that you like in here? Whatever you have ready, what a gold will get me."
I now remember where we are. I'm not gonna lie. I was very confused for a moment because I was like, fruit. And then it clicked. Yep, mm-hmm. Yep, that makes sense. So,
So yeah, just like a nice assortment worth a gold's about, you know.
do you want that to be decorative assortment or just an assortment?
I mean, I think that you should do it however you think will look. I mean, I think you should use your best judgment. I think you know that these creations better than I do.
Get some extra fruit, please.
And some extra fruit, apparently.
All right.
So whatever tickles your fancy here, basically. I promise I'll like it.
Okay. Give me just a moment. And the lady begins grabbing a few things, moving them, grabbing them, moving them. And not before long does the young boy that you had seen previously actually start to grab things instead and move them to the back room. After a short time of this back and forth, she comes back out, and she has a very large basket, like a hand-weaved basket, basically, with an assortment of baked goods, sweets, little candies in small cute packages, so on and so forth, kind of scattered about in the basket itself, and then in a flower bouquet wrap there is an assortment of fruit, both covered in chocolate and otherwise, in this wrap, this bouquet, on wooden sticks and straws, basically made to look like a very beautiful bouquet of flowers. It almost looks like a picnic basket setup, but it's meant to look pretty.
This looks amazing. And she's gonna hand her another gold, and then this is for you. Thank you.
Well, that's very kind of you. Is there anything else that I can get for you while you're here? I mean, you're giving me far more than is needed for all of this.
That's okay. I think it's really cool. And I don't really need the gold right now, so this looks great.
Okay. Well,
Thank you.
we do hope that you all enjoy, and feel free to come back.
We will if we can't make it again back to our companions with this one. Like we did with the last one.
Okay. Be safe.
You too.
He's gonna hold the door open for Nyla.
Nyla's gonna walk out.
Okay. It's still raining.
Is this thing covered?
Yes, it is covered. It's
That's
got almost like a veil on it, but it's made as a thin sheet so that you can see through it, but it's almost like plastic wrap.
Mm. Should we bring this back to Odile, or should we go back to the inn, or should we find Odd and then go back to the inn with it and her?
I think we should go get Odile and then back to the end, because make sure she gets some of this. Yep. She's someone that's pissed off.
Where were we gonna find her again? Try to retrace our steps.
Be back at the. I think she was just brainstorming, so I think she's still at the blacksmith, right?
I think so.
Well, no harm in checking. We're gonna start walking towards the blacksmithery.
Mm-hmm. Wait, did I already tell you how the thing with Skia went? I can't remember.
Oh, I guess we would have talked about that when we were eating. But yeah, so what happened?
Well, apparently he can't really help. Also, he's stronger. Looks different. But apparently this is not going to be an easy matter to fix. Either to find him or to defeat him.
So he wouldn't help, but he let you know that it's really strong and basically said, hey, y'all are on your own. Huh.
I mean, he said that he will help as much as he can, but he has limited energy and he kind of has to either save it for finding the creature or for fighting the creature. Doesn't really have enough for both. So
Oh, I see.
I told him to rest while we try to find the creature, and then I'll let him know if we need help finding the creature. But he should probably save his strength for fighting it.
Oh, I guess that's a fair judgment, I suppose.
I definitely remembered that as I was saying it rather than before I started saying it.
Well, at least he'll help us later if we need it. Thankfully.
Yeah, I know he will help us. Whether or not it's a good idea is a different matter, but he's helped us in the past, and I don't know. Feels different somehow.
As long as you don't get sucked into that ring again, I think we're fine.
I agree. I don't want to go back there, at very least until I figure out what the heck happened inside.
Yeah, I'm curious too. What? May's just gonna shake her head and what does Gia have to gain from being around you?
I don't know.
Like,
apparently we're, like, connected. Why, I don't know.
how did Skia even find you to begin with?
I'm not sure exactly, but he showed up for the first time when I was sick. When I was younger.
Really? So he was before everything happened?
Yeah, it was. It was sort of a fever dream, I suppose. When I saw him first.
Really? What
I
did
didn't
he...
think it was real.
I don't blame you.
But then he stuck around. Somehow.
Did he ever talk to you back then?
Oh, all the time. Actually, more than he does now. At least for a while.
Really? So, it's not like he's just a random shadow thing that follows you around?
No,
He's been for a while?
It was... There was a time when I would have considered him a friend, honestly. Then he started acting really strange. And then everything went down and...
Strange as in how?
What?
Strange as in how?
I don't know, he started telling me to do things that I didn't want to do, and... told me ugly things, I don't know. Things that felt uncharacteristic to when I first met him. Like he was trying to turn me into something
That
evil.
feeling?
What?
Does he still give you that feeling?
I don't know, I feel like it's more split than it used to be. It started out, I thought he was my friend. Then it started getting, like I said, strange, and then I thought that he was responsible for everything that went down, and now I have no idea anymore. If one of those was him, if all of them were him, and if all of them were him, how and why?
I don't know. It's It's so peculiar. Like it's just
Tell me
doesn't
about it.
happen. Well, I can understand where you're coming from now when you're worried about asking for help. I mean, to be fair, he's a little off-putting,
He
but
definitely is. And like no one else besides me had seen him, or at least as far as I know had seen him before you did that one night.
did
I
you
was
ever do research on him?
I mean, there wasn't really much to do research on.
Shadow beings, anything? Do you think he's like a demon or something?
Seems possible. I still don't know why me though. What is the end game here?
Nothing good, it sounds.
Oh, I can't imagine it is.
What is he conserving his strength for? Like, other than helping you? Like, is there... I don't know, you said he looks stronger.
He looks like, I don't know, clearer? He's always been a bit of a shadow figure, as you know, but he looks more almost human.
Almost human. Nyla, I think we should look more into this.
I think you're right. I think I've also always been afraid of the research about questions that other people might ask of me if I started asking questions about it.
I mean, how else are you supposed to know? Like, if Skia's not telling you, I think you have every right to look into it. What if something happens?
No, it's true. It's just that always... Well, the plan was to not get involved with people anymore because it was too dangerous, but obviously that didn't turn out very well. The plan was, you know, to just avoid things that he might hurt again.
Right, but kind of impossible to stay away from people unless you decide to be a hermit in the middle
I
of the woods.
tried. I failed, but I tried.
I can tell. And she looks at how you're dressed.
Yeah.
No offense, but no, it's. I think it's. I'm glad that you decided to be around, stick around.
I
But
mean, was it really my choice? I tried to leave so many times.
yeah, I don't think you really had a choice in the matter. But you're sticking around now, and you're not trying to leave now, and that's a big step.
Yeah, but now you know too much. Now, you know enough that like it's not going to protect you to leave.
I see.
The
You'd
point
have
in
to
the
kill
first
me if you
place-
left. I gotcha.
No, I just mean that it might kill you anyway if you left.
Oh, I see. I see.
I
Well,
don't want to kill you. I promise you that.
that's very comforting. I don't wish to kill you either. I know that's very... You know what?
No, I
Don't
know.
worry about it. I care about you, Nyla. You're my only friend. So,
I care about you too. There's a reason why I can't leave anymore.
and together we're gonna figure out what the world Skia wants.
Yeah, maybe it is time to start asking questions.
I think
Like I
so.
said, I never wanted the potential attention. I just felt like more people who might get caught in the wake of it all. If anyone did start catching one. Or if anyone knew my name, which is part of why I got so...
Do you think he might know about Skia, what he is? He knew your name.
He probably does, but do you really, like want to explore that particular avenue of knowledge.
Mm,
Sure, I've already
maybe
gotten us.
once we're done with this.
Maybe. I just wish Ski would tell me.
No, if he's been around that long.
He clearly knows a lot that he's not telling me. And it's really irritating.
I don't know, it makes it feel all the more sinister.
Really.
Anyways, I think once all this is said and done, and we figure out this stuff with the dragon, we need to come back here and see whatever that was.
Yeah, maybe you can answer a few questions about my life and why it's going the way it is.
Right? He seems all knowing. Or maybe before we kill this Rakshasa, sorry,
Yeah.
maybe we can make a deal with him and then kill him afterwards. He might know. Sorry, that
No.
was
That is a very interesting idea.
you gotta milk the source while it's there. Alright,
Yeah,
so let's
I guess we should probably hold off on that particular bridge until we come to it.
no,
but
absolutely.
It's a very interesting idea.
Yes, it is. Alright. How close are we to the flax? I don't think we traveled far at all, so we should be there.
Really not. Have we made it back to Odile?
I'm so glad that OBS. So glad that OBS does this every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Problem is, mine mostly hide behind my hair. Maybe I should do space buttons.
So fucking annoying.
Maybe I should just put them on the top. Start off strong.
And I started on the top of mine.
More exciting. Okay.
Whiskey. He's so cute.
Trying to part my hair. Very interesting job. There we go.
There you go. Now it's like a star. It's so pretty.
Now it's like Lady Liberty.
By the
Yes.
gods.
Yes.
I'm trying to get a mix of colors in there too.
Oh, I'm just randomly grabbing.
Most of my colors are bigger. Which is hard.
Okay. Fucking annoying. Every time. It can't just work, like, ever. It can't just work right. That'd be too easy. That'd be too simple. No, no. It has to fuck up somehow. Every time. Every time. It never fails.
Yes. Indeed.
This is, I don't know if y'all noticed earlier, but Plot is in the chat. They're the friend of mine that I made not too long ago. They're pretty cool. I feel like you guys would like them.
Hello, Plot.
Hello,
I don't know
Plot.
if you're live streaming. Hello, buddy.
Yeah.
Hello, blood.
Welcome to the chaos that is the Grandiasha.
Grandiasha group.
The Grandiasha group. There we go. That flows off the tongue better.
Grandiasha girls plus DM. Sorry.
We are the Grandiasha girls.
Tonight, we're at the Grandiasha Girls Plus Team.
Okay, there we go.
Yes.
Okay, now you can.
James is the girlsest girl.
There we go.
Grandiasha gals.
Also, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I added it.
I see it.
Ooh,
Oh,
got a butt.
Like, I was watching stream, watching you fin it
Yeah.
with things, and I was just like,
It can never work correctly. However, I did get the fan art going, so
Ooh, wait. Let me open up Twitch.
and I know
Skip,
that
skip.
I know that Nyla and Odile had told me that any of the art was free, but I wanted to go on ahead and make it to where y'all could just message me directly with the art that you are genuinely okay with, and I'll just save it from there and go use that, because honestly it's also a lot easier to get all of the art that you guys have worked on and made look amazing instead of
that one takes a while to
picking and
compile.
choosing.
Now I gotta find all of it again.
I have all mine.
There we go. But fan art is up, so
Ooh, awesome.
mhm. And then
It'll be
Too far.
in these past memory.
there we go. There we go. Now everybody can see the amazing group and their fan art. It's so the intervals I have it set to where it'll go for about 20,000 milliseconds per fan art, and then the transition is smooth for each one to go into.
I don't think I've seen that one yet.
I don't think I have either.
That's cool.
I haven't
That's
posted
super,
that one.
super dope.
That one was one that Kiv sent to me and said it was okay to use. So, but now that everything is set up again and everything is working again, please feel free to continue what you were doing before OBS decided to have its little fucking tantrum.
Oh, I see. How long do you think it took us to eat all of our goodies and for Nyla to talk to Skia?
Nyla talking to Skia probably took all of maybe like 5-10 minutes, in all honesty. It was the longest part is always finding a place that Nyla is comfortable getting Skia to talk,
Mm-hmm.
considering Nyla likes to try and find places that are out of the way so nobody can just kind of eavesdrop
Walk in.
or accidentally walk in on it, yeah. So
Mhm.
the longest part is always finding a spot, which took Nyla probably about 15 minutes to genuinely find a spot that Nyla was comfortable with. So, and then obviously, conversations don't last very long. Probably 2 to 5 minutes when you actually found the spot. So,
Okay, what about us eating all of our plethora of snacks?
the plethora
Very-
of snacks probably took you all
The ordering and
of.
everything too.
If it's both of you and you're just snacking on it as you go, probably about half an hour, 45 minutes.
Okay. Okay. Well,
So does that mean we have another 15 to 30 minutes to kill?
yeah. Is there any general stores around us?
Roll a d100.
D100. Oh boy, okay. And we're off to an awful start.
You never know.
Okay, well, everything else is really good. Just, oh, not the first and the last. I'm at 51. 51.
Okay. $51. So, general stores are pretty easy to find, generally because of the fact that they are general stores. They're scattered about throughout the city, and it's easy to see the general store here on the corner. It's a very simple layout. It's not meant to draw attention, but it's also not meant to hide itself away, as the small building is obvious, but still just a general store.
Okay. As we go inside, I am looking specifically for parchment, ink, and apples.
Okay.
And that's it. That's all I need. That's what I'm looking for in particular. So I'm gonna search for that.
Okay. It's not difficult to find any of that, as parchment is simple enough, and apples are obviously a common snack fruit.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
the other thing was
Ink.
ink. Ink is not difficult to find. Ink is actually relatively normal. It's just normal ink, however.
Okay.
So,
I see. I see. That is all I needed. Then. Is there anything else there that seems interesting to you, Nyla, that you need?
I don't think I need anything right now, but I could be wrong.
Okay. And then I'm gonna bring whatever I need to counter. If there's anybody around.
obviously.
Or at very least, I don't think there's anything I can afford right now that I need.
Roll a d20 for me.
Okay. I've got a 10.
Okay. Simple enough. Huh. So, you find yourself going to the counter and brought face to face with a dwarf with a very thick, bushy brown beard that stands behind the counter, seemingly writing something, but his attention is easily brought to you as you step up to his counter. He looks at you with actually rather interesting emerald eyes. They're a very pretty color.
Ooh. Hi, just this, please. And oh, I grabbed a dozen apples.
Okay. So, I have to look up the price for fucking apples again.
Again.
You'd think that I would have this bookmarked at this point.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
This is a very common purchase in this group.
Yeah. Hmm. That's not helpful. Okay. And you said about 12?
Yes.
That would be 12 copper, so a silver and 2 coppers.
Okay. Okay.
And then parchment, that one's easier because that one I can just... If I'm not mistaken, it's like one sheet. Yep, it's one sheet is a silver piece.
Okay, so let's say I bought. What would you say, like a pack of, like, maybe like 20 of them?
That'd be 20 silver pieces.
And I'm gonna get 20.
Okay.
Can you get a deal on multiple?
Funny enough, one of you can roll a persuasion, or one of you can roll a persuasion at advantage, or both of you can roll persuasion.
Hmm.
Do you want me to
What do you
take
want?
this? I'm charismatic. But I also rolled.
I
a
am not charismatic. I've got a negative in my charisma, so please feel free.
It's a persuasion, right?
Mhm.
As long as I can actually. Hmm. I have a +7. I got a 13. At advantage. My days hate me.
And the total?
13.
13. You manage to knock off just 2 silver piece off your total cost.
Done. It could be better, but it could be worse.
And then
We're getting more viewers for each of these episodes. Hi, JD.
hello.
Hello.
Hi, Plot. Hi, JD. Hello, viewers. Hello. Hello. Who all is in here other than a bunch of bots? Anywho. So, parchment is a silver piece each sheet. So, you knock off 2 total silver piece off of that. Ink is, if I remember correctly, I think it's dependent on what kind of ink.
There's different types of ink.
Yes.
Oh. I see, I see.
Because of the fact that ink is both used for writing. So you have the specialty ink, which is 10 gold pieces per ounce bottle. It's used for like making spell scrolls and stuff like that. And then you've got the regular ink, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a gold piece because it is difficult to make, but it's not uncommon.
Okay. I just need regular ink.
That you wouldn't.
Make
I
spell
suppose.
scrolls?
I suppose you wouldn't find the spell scroll ink in a general store, but yes, there is ink
No.
that allows you to make spell scrolls.
Okay. That's really cool. I didn't know that. Okay.
Mhm.
Alright, so I'm gonna hand over 3 gold. So if that'd be 2 gold, 9 silver, and 2 copper is what I spend. So yeah, I'm gonna give her I think I've got some copper actually. Sorry, let me open up my. That's what I was trying to grab. Oh no, I don't have any copper. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna give her the 3 gold.
Okay. You hand the dwarf 3 gold, and he looks at each piece and then sets them into a small pouch next to him.
Okay.
Do be sure to add that to your inventory.
Gotcha. How many ounces are in ink?
It's a 1 ounce bottle.
Bottle. Okay. Alrighty. That's all I need, I think. Are there any other cool stores around us while we're waiting?
Roll a d100 for me.
Oh boy, okay. Now we're rolling really good. Too good, actually. I got a 93.
Okay. Said a 93.
Mhm.
Okay, roll a d6 for me then.
Okay. A 6.
Okay. So, as Nyla and May find themselves wandering once again, you find yourselves on on South Fen Avenue, southwest of a major crossroads. This shop's neighbors include a small armor shop, or small weaponry shop, called the Crossed Swords. And outside, you can see that it's a 2-story stone-walled building with carved wooden doors, and it seems to be unusually busy. Outside the shop next door, you can see a female elf, and they seem to be chit-chatting with some of the patrons that come out of this 2-story shop. However, it does seem busy, yet inviting and interesting.
That seems really cool, I guess. You've got probably about like 10 minutes left.
Well, you do notice that as you get closer, across a wooden plaque that's mounted against the stone wall that's just above the door, you can see what looks to be a fox laying down and looking around with its tail up, and across its small body it says the fox's wands.
One.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a magic?
I am very curious.
Oh, absolutely.
Should we go inside? Like you said, we have a little more time.
Might as well. Maybe we can upgrade some my armor. Yes, we'd like to go inside.
See what this is all about.
You head inside and you can see that it is a little bit busy. There are multiple people looking around at what look to be display cases, and in each of these display cases is actually small wands that you can see that are placed on small stilts and made to be positioned so that they look more appealing visually, and they're in their own display cases, each one. Each one seems to have a small plaque labeled at its base, and each of these display cases are set up on a small pillar that leads to a flat top, and then this flat top is of course a display glass made into what looks to be a rectangle. Each of these wands bring attention to themselves in different ways, but it's mostly due to the fact that you can feel the magic that's kind of in the air around this place. There's not a whole lot. It seems that this place is busy in the sense of it's very fascinating to people who don't normally practice magic or don't normally have access to magic wands, but you can clearly tell that a lot of people do enjoy the idea of being able to use magic. And looking around, you can see a number of these wands, each of these wands having interesting designs to them, each of them being handmade.
Oh wow. Right.
What do they do exactly, do you think? Like, are they just the source of people's magic in general, or are they like party tricks, or?
I don't know, maybe they're like, like how arcane focuses, like they use it to. I don't know. I know some spells, but not nearly anything to.
I know a decent amount of spells, but yeah, these seem like, I don't know. I know that I don't rely entirely on magic either.
No. It's usually last ditch effort.
I mean, mine's usually the bread and the sandwich. Once I get cornered. Like, I do magic and then I throw some knives or arrows and then I do magic again. See?
I see. Okay. I don't know. May's gonna get up close and look at them.
Okay.
At
You
the
notice
different types.
I would like you to roll a d12 for me.
Oh boy. Okay. I've got 6.
A 6?
A 6.
So the plaque on the base of this display case reads out Wand of Magic Detection. And you can see this wand it's a heavy wand and it seems to be set with jet. This very simple but elegant wand, at the very end of it there's a small gemstone, an opaque white gem of some kind. It's not necessarily diamond, but it is a gem, and it's very smooth, it's very well rounded. That is inlaid towards the end of the shaft of the wand itself, before another small bit seems to come out on the other side, as if being a small catalyst for the wand. Now, the handle of the wand is very intricate and very detailed as it swirls in on itself to this bulbous end before rounding out. And it looks elegant, beautiful, but just underneath it, you notice that it seems to explain underneath the name. The wand has so many uses during the day. While holding, you can cast Detect Magic from it. The wand regains its magic ability each morning, or regains so much magic ability each morning.
Do you think they might have any healing ones? And also, do you think we can actually afford anything in this place right now?
Oh, I'm not sure if we really need it.
I mean,
But maybe if they have something healing wise, we could look into
probably
it.
out of our budget, but we can certainly try. for like location wise, but that's I can do that, but it like has some limit on how far.
Right. Mm. What other types of wands do they have here?
Roll a d12.
Ooh. I've got a 2.
You notice a plaque at the base of this display case as well, but this one reads out as the letters are engraved, Wand of the War Mage. It seems to be a thin and long wand that seems to be made with red oak that has been petrified and coated in almost what would normally be like, for us it would be like epoxy,
Mm-hmm.
but you can notice that there is a shine to the wood itself, and it seems to be one whole piece. It's not like it's got the handle like carved out, or it is one long solid wand, and you can see where there's a dip where your hand goes where the handle would be. And underneath the name, you can see this one is also explained. While holding this wand, you gain a bonus to your attacks using magic. And in addition, you can ignore bits of cover when using spells that target an enemy.
I see, so if somebody's hiding behind something, could help us reach them better.
That's what it sounds like.
So DM to player. Now keep in mind, you won't know the rarity of this magic wand without asking, of course, but Wand of the War Mage, while holding this wand, you gain a bonus to spell attack rolls determined by the wand's rarity. In addition, you ignore half cover when making a spell attack.
Okay.
So normally half cover would add a +2 to AC, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But you would ignore that entirely.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah. So half cover is a +2, 3/4 cover is +5, and then full cover is just they're behind something.
Okay, I gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, none of us really use magic that much, other than for healing.
Yeah, especially in the range stuff. I don't think it's really worth it.
Right. No.
Most of mine is a lot closer up, in case we get caught in melee again.
Right. And we tend to get caught in melee.
Yeah, but I'm better prepared.
That's true.
Yeah, this doesn't really help that much when we're in melee anyway.
Were you interested in it?
No, I don't think I need that one.
Okay.
Should we ask about the prices on these? Because I seriously doubt I can afford them at least.
If you'd like.
I don't know, unless we're just looking at them. I don't think there's anything we can...
Yeah, I'm kind of just looking.
What other wands are there?
Now I can keep having you roll, or I can tell you what they are if you want to look around at all of them.
Yeah. Let's just give a quick look-see aroundy.
Yeah, scan it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, other than the two that you've already seen, you can see what looks to be a crooked... My southern just came out without me meaning for it to. A crooked an old wand, also labeled a Wand of the War Mage. You can see a thin elm wand that you can see a thin elm wand made with a small sapphire at the base of the handle. A cedar wand that seemingly has a number of engravings going along the actual shaft of the wand itself. The handle is intricate, but it is left smooth and glossy. You can see another elm wand designed differently, as it seems to be Dragonborn in make and design. There it is. I was trying to say draconic, but it's not dragon. It's not a dragon wand. We've got a +1 Wand of the War Mage that you had already looked at. The Wand of the War Mage that you haven't looked at yet. There's actually a third Wand of the War Mage, and this one's a lot more intricate than the other two. You've got a Wand of Enemy Detection, a Wand of Magic Detection that you've already looked at, a Wand of Secrets, another Wand of Secrets, but this one's designed differently from the last and seems to be a little bit more extravagant in its make. You have 2 Wands of Web. Both are designed differently because one seems to be of drow creation and the other seems to be of some kind of gnomish creation. And you've got 2 Wands of Wonder. However, one looks to have some kind of magical gem embedded in the handle.
Okay. What is the Wand of Enemy Detection?
So, as you read the plaque, the Wand of Enemy Detection is... This wand has limited magic, but while holding it, you can speak its command word, and for the next minute, you know the direction of the nearest creature hostile to you within a certain distance, but not its distance from you. The wand can sense a presence of hostile creatures that are ethereal, invisible, disguised, or hidden, as well as those in plain sight. The effect ends if you stop holding the wand. This wand regains so much magic daily at dawn. If you expend the wand's magic, there is a possibility it will destroy itself. So DM to player, the way I tried to summarize that, instead of just going word for word, is this wand has 7 charges. You hold it, you expend a charge, you can speak the command word. For the next minute, you know the direction of any creature hostile to you within 60 feet. But you don't know how far it is from you. You just know that it's in a certain direction within 60 feet. Just keep that in mind. It can also sense ethereal, invisible, disguised, or hidden creatures, as well as in plain sight, which means if you can see it, the wand will detect it. The wand will regain 1d6 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. So, for those that don't know, the way charges work in D&D is if a magic item has charges, it says it has 7 total, like this wand. If it says that it regains so many per day, that means if you use 3 charges, that next morning, if you roll a 2 on a d6 plus 1, or you roll a total of 2, you only get 2 of the 3 charges that you used the day before back. But if you roll a 7, or a 7 total, then you're going to get all of the expended charges back. However, this one does say that if you use all of the magic, it may destroy itself, so keep that in mind. I forget Nyla has so much fan art.
Yeah.
No. Oh shoot! I just dropped a dice. Nyla, look at this. Do you think this could be helpful?
Could be. Should we see how much it is?
Yeah, probably a good idea before we get any ideas.
Yeah. It's the one for finding
As-
creatures. Yeah, that could be really helpful.
Gonna look around for anybody. If anybody's around, if there are any workers.
Roll a perception check for me.
Alrighty.
Can I give her advantage because I'm also looking?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot I have a high perception. I've got a 17.
17 total?
Mhm.
Awesome. So, you notice, funny enough, there is somebody helping others.
Okay.
Just a moment. There we go. Okay. The person helping others and answering questions as they ask them is a short male tiefling with a band around his head that seems to have a few what look to be like magnifying glasses that are kind of branched off in little arms on his head, or not on his head, but on the headband, so that he can see more than likely the details of wands that he's selling.
Okay.
It appears he's in the middle of speaking with another customer, asking or answering a question that they had asked before they seem to wander off to one of the other wands.
Alright, well, after they leave him unattended, well, not unattended, but like, they leave him, he's gonna walk up saying, "Excuse me,
Yes?
I was wondering about the price of this wand over here, the enemy detection."
Oh, of course. That, the wand of enemy detection. There we go. For that, it is 4,000 gold.
4,000 gold. Boop. Drop my pen.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting.
Yeah, no. Thank you so much, I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe next time.
not willing to dip into my budget that much.
Yeah, we already got those wings and that cost a lot, and I don't really need to buy anything else really expensive quite yet again.
Right, no, absolutely. Well, we'll come back if our endeavors aren't very fruitful.
Of course.
Yeah.
Indeed. Thank you so much. And I think that's about all, and we should get back to Odile by now, huh?
Yeah, I think it's about time.
Alrighty.
Speaking
Let's
of
go
Odile,
back to Odile.
While they're on their way back, what has Odile done for the last hour?
That's a good question.
Sometimes.
I have no idea.
You've just been enjoying the interactions.
Yeah, I haven't been thinking. Yes. Okay. After they walk away, I have my hand on my head and I turn towards Eddie. Why do the girls keep doing this to us?
I don't know. I just work here.
You don't work.
Exactly.
But you know what? I am gonna ask for your since no one.
Your mic's doing the break in and out thing again.
Nice. I think it just hates me.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like, oh, you're talking now? No, you're not.
I think not.
Ain't nobody want to hear you.
Oh, come now. That's just mean.
Yes, but it's mean to myself.
Still, that's the worst kind of mean.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, okay, so yeah, still pointing towards Eddie. Since no one can see you, I'm gonna ask for your help on this.
That is the most terrifying sentence that I think I've ever heard you say.
Really? I've said some crazy things.
Yes, but they never really involved me.
I just need you to help be my eyes.
Okay.
Stuff. That's it. Like, if you see something I don't... Fine.
Okay. I thought
'Cause
you were about
honest-
to ask me to steal something.
No. No, I don't think that would go over well, honestly. No, I've, in past experiences, since I was usually the one that nobody looked at or saw, typically the ones that are invisible are the ones that are a lot more. So, it's gonna be weird having the roles reversed this time. It's really weird. But not the point. Do you mind? Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. More entertainment for you. Okay. Time to go find their money. I still don't fully understand how these girls think I'm... They're not fully wrong, but that's not the point. And I'd go searching for things.
For trouble?
Yeah, basically. She typically knows how to find that said trouble. She's usually not the one involved in the trouble. It's just she's there.
It seems this time you're looking for trouble, so.
Yeah.
So what are you looking for? Other than trouble.
Odd is looking for tell signs. Like, signs she would recognize from past experiences that would lead to certain types of markets and such. I'm trying not to go too deep because that gives away my backstory stuff.
Ooh.
Go on
I'll
ahead
play
and
the
roll an
GM now,
investigation check. At advantage because you do have help from Eddie.
Okay. Oh, I found my dice suit again. Sorry.
Nice.
spot to write that in. $25.
25?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
18 plus 7. That's 20, right? Yeah, in this case, it's a 7. Of course, this is.
Okay. So, looking around and attempting to seek out details that others may miss. So, looking around for simple details that others may miss, you find yourself moving through the streets, kind of paying attention to each detail as you go, trying to find more and more information. Always trying to find more. The inquisitive curiosity taking over at this point.
Oh no, am I about to become a cat? Die?
No. Maybe.
Probably.
But going through and trying to pay attention to these little details and trying to find these little signs, these little markers. You notice as you get deeper into the city, that there are noticeable differences in a number of things throughout the walls, the alleys, even the street pavement. In the street pavement, where normally there is bits of stone that has been ground away just by weather, people walking, you notice that there's something strange about one of the bits of stone where the rest of the stones around it are worn to a point. This one's worn a little differently. It's as if one side or one corner of the pavement or the paved stone piece had been weathered more than the rest. It's as if running water through the streets had targeted this corner of this small stone piece of pavement. Far more than the rest of the pavement around it, though. Not enough to really notice without getting closer, but enough for you to notice this small discrepancy, this small change. And as you look along the stone pavement of these paved paths, you notice that following that same path, now kind of gravitating towards where that corner was directing you towards, you notice that there's another piece of stone pavement similarly grinded on one corner. Not enough to notice, unless you're looking for it. Continuing, you follow this path for probably a good 15 minutes.
You froze.
Of course I did. There it is. You follow this path 15 minutes or so, and you notice that it finally directs you towards an alley between two seemingly mundane two seemingly mundane businesses. This alley is well lit. There are a few people around the edges and the corners, just kind of hanging out, chit-chatting. And as you head into the alleyway, or look down the alleyway, you can see that it appears relatively normal. There's a few crates here and there from the businesses on either side, likely storage. There's a tarp thrown over one of the crates, and you can see under the corner of the tarp that's kind of been thrown over by a little bit of wind from the rainstorm and such. You do notice that there is a collection of what looks to be garbage in the crate. There's a few small piles of just built up trash and excess things as people have just kind of come and go, dropping things as they don't want them or have finished food like bananas and stuff and just simply thrown the peel to the side. It seems relatively normal.
What are these two businesses?
On either side, you have what looks to be a general store and then an armorer.
No, the girls are gonna expect more than just a trail. I will go into the. So wait, the alley just ends right there?
Mm-hmm.
Can I investigate the walls and stuff?
Of course. Feel free.
Try to see if there's any hidden passages or anything. That's a dirty 20.
Okay. Looking around and attempting to find anything strange or anything that kind of sticks out on these walls. You find the walls themselves are relatively Obviously, they're a little worn simply because they are buildings within the city that have likely been here a while. The general store made of wood, the armorer, of course, made of stone. And as you search, you notice a vent from the armorer's shop. One that normally would be used for a forge within a building. However, there is no smoke coming from it.
Interesting. Let's go inside.
So funny enough, this vent isn't actually large enough for a person, even of your stature.
Didn't we do the vent? Inside the armory.
Well, going inside the armory, you can see that it is a normal armorer's shop. It seems that the armor is set up on stands, well cleaned, well polished, and you can see that there seems to be a person in the back where you can hear metal being clanged and shaped and worked on behind a door. But the door is open, seemingly so that the figure that's likely working on the armor can hear the bell that chimes as you enter through the door. And as you step into the building, this metal clanging stops, and you can hear what sounds like shifting before somebody steps through the doorway, covered in soot and charcoal marks. Gloves, leather that go up to about the middle of the forearm, and a hammer that they then slide back into their belt loop. They sit behind the counter, and you can see it seems to be a built but slightly rotund older half-orc with a horseshoe with gray hair and a very short gray beard that they seem to keep trimmed, quote unquote.
While walking through the door, I'm gonna whisper up to Eddie, going, "Through the
You're sending me to spy on his workshop.
just gonna slightly nod, just look around."
Okay.
Nod continues inside with Rovan, and wait, why am I saying until I'm on Rovan?
So, Eddie has never admitted to being a stealthy man. And he sure never been told that he was stealthy.
So go through the walls and see what's there.
He has explained that when he goes through things, it's mostly because he has to concentrate on going through it. However, you watch as he goes through the wall, and you hear metal clang as what likely was something on the other side of the wall is pushed over off of the wall. And the older half-orc kind of looks to the door, steps over to the doorway and peeks inside. Then steps inside and grabs whatever it was that fell off of the wall, off the ground, and he brings it back into the armory. As he now holds what looks to be a number of, like, the front half of a chest plate. And he kind of checks it over, kind of making sure that it's, it's not dented or messed up, and then he sets it on his counter there in front of him with him. And you just see Eddie poke his head back through and just, "I'm sorry," before he then slowly sinks back into the wall.
Just ignores it and just looks at the orc and goes, Is that normal for things to fall here? Should I be worried?
It's only normal sometimes.
Sometimes it's more than no times.
The hooks will fall out of the wall sometimes.
Interesting. Very interesting. Do you only work on chest plates? What else do you God.
So you actually can look around and see that there are a number of full armor pieces. Everything from half plate to chest to full plate to chainmail. You do see a little bit of leather armor. Not a whole lot, as it looks like this man normally works more with the metal itself. But he does have some leather armors. And he has what looks to be a scale mail, which has these metal scale-shaped pieces that kind of droop, all fall down this chest plate that likely is meant to almost mimic like a lizard's scales or a dragon's scales, in the sense of they are strong and not easy to get through individually or as a group, but they're also breathable and movable and allow you to move around freely. However, the older orc kind of, they're my favorite priest to work on.
That's fair. What types of metals do you usually work with?
It depends on the type of armor. It really depends on the person buying it as well. I've used iron, I've used steel, I've used brass for one. But depends on the customer.
Guess that's fair. Oh, I did make a face when he said brass, though. Like, brass. What about metals you don't usually find very easily?
I don't have the money for all that. I just stick to basics.
You don't, but some customers would pay you to get those metals, wouldn't they?
Sometimes. But that's too much work.
Do the customers sometimes just bring you the metal?
Sometimes. Very few times, but sometimes.
Guess that's fair. I just looking around, waiting for Eddie to show up. Like, well,
Are you wanting to buy something?
yes. But I'm not sure if you're the correct person. Based off the information and stuff I've been tracking, I should be coming this way, though.
Are you wanting armor?
Oh. Actually, I do need new armor, but it's the size of weight. Sure. I need new armor.
I'm sure that I've got a few pieces for your size. What do you prefer to wear?
Lightweight.
What?
Lightweight.
Lightweight?
Anything lightweight. But not brass.
I've got a few leather armors. I think I've got one small. That.
Leather will do just fine.
So, he does have 2 sets of studded leather. He has a set of regular leather, and he has a set of padded leather. Seemingly in your size. It's not perfect, but it is of, like, gnome, dwarf, fairy size. Now, it doesn't seem to be designed specifically for your wings, as there are straps that kind of go along the back side, but those can be moved or removed.
Studded one doesn't look too bad. How much, and would you be able to alter the back a little so I could fit my wing?
I could do that. Wouldn't take me long either.
No, I believe not. Or I'd hope not, at least.
That would be total with the tailoring 46 gold.
I didn't know we could spend that much on armor right now. Really, but I don't want to spend that right now. Let's back up. No, I don't. No. I guess I'll be fine without that, I guess.
Eddie sticks his head out through the wall.
I just slightly turn my head, just slightly, so he knows I'm paying attention, but not enough to give myself away.
I don't know what I'm looking for. I searched everything and I haven't found anything, but I also don't know what I'm looking for, so I don't know if what I found was something. Should I keep looking?
Don't like being on opposite ends of this. Okay, look, buddy, here's a go straight, okay? I'm trying to get into the market. Okay?
But
I'm not used to being on this end of things. I followed the trail and everything. It led me in a direction. I'm trying here. I also could tell that you have a vent on your shop, and It's clear it's not actually used for your forges. So,
Market?
this might be a market, it could just be regular.
But the market district is...
I'm
that
not looking
way.
for the market district. I'm looking for things that you can buy at the market district.
But that's what the market district's for.
Don't like being honest.
Insight is a wonderful skill that players tend to forget about.
Oh, should I do an insight check?
If you'd like.
Okay, I'll do this. It's a low insight check. So, 16.
He seems confused.
Yeah, I bet he is.
He's... You can tell that he's a very simple older gentleman. He seems genuinely confused by what you're talking about. And when you say event on his building, he kind of just like, you can see that he's mumbling to himself like that the vent is supposed to be working. But what's funny is you had noticed smoke coming from a different vent behind the building.
Okay. Is there an extra, like, spare area that people come in sometimes around this area?
No. I occasionally get customers that want armor.
So you don't know why there's a random vent in front of your building. So the one in the back seems to be working fine, and that's probably where your forge is.
The extra vent is in the alleyway.
In the alleyway, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You can.
That's the front to me.
I don't remember asking anybody to install a vent on the alley.
Okay, I am going to leave, sir. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I am also so sorry for what's being done to your building.
I'm confused.
Don't be and don't ask questions. Have a great day, Dark. God walks out. As walking out. Let's go, Eddie!
Eddie follows along, somewhat confused himself, but less in the I don't know what's going on and more of a what more of a why kind of way.
I goes back. Eddie, can you go through this? And what I need you to find is there's something suspicious. Okay? Here? Is that okay?
So he floats up to the vent that's probably about 6 feet up, 7 feet up on the wall. And he, because of the fact that the vent is only small enough for somebody to probably put their hand through. It's very difficult for most people to try and like look inside. Eddie just kind of sticks his head into the wall and starts looking around. And then you can hear a slightly muffled, "Hey, there's a switch in here."
The switch! Do it! Let's cause some chaos.
You can see him looking to the left side of the vent, and he kind of pulls his arm up and into the wall, and you can hear a light click noise before a piece of the alleyway, like paved pathway, flips up like a flat door almost. And you can see a staircase that goes down into the dirt, or down into the ground.
No.
Eddie pulls his head out of the wall and he goes, "Oh! Neat.
Isn't it?
We're not going down there, are we?" A few more moments pass and then the door closes back. And you can hear the system basically like relocking itself. As if this switch is on a timer.
I'm still just staring at it, and she, like, going through a mix of emotions. She was, like, ready to go, but then she just couldn't. I think, she turns towards Eddie. I think this was good enough for the girls.
Okay.
Turns and makes a mental note of where they are and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Takes the map out. Marks where we are on the map. Off of where we were. Okay. So let's go back to Smith Street. Find the girls. Bring them here. And let them go from there. I'm then going to go, "Oh no, there were people in this alley. And I'm gonna do a random perception check."
Okay.
The weird stares up. There was a stairs underneath. Who was she talking to? This dice is rolling lower and lower. Jeez, that's an 8 total. Wait, no. No, I was right, 8 total.
Okay. You got a huh?
8 0 8 7.
Looking around, you can't really tell if anybody noticed.
Let's go. And Eddie, you did a good job.
Well, of course, I was the one doing it.
Well, I also meant back in the shop. But,
Oh, I had no idea
accidentally
what I was doing in
dropping.
there.
Yeah, what did you see in there?
It was a workshop.
That was it. Just a workshop.
Yeah, he kept a pretty clean workshop.
Yes, until you knocked over his breastplate.
Okay, look, I did not know that was on the other side of the wall.
It's okay, Eddie. I'm just messing with you. It was really adorable to see you pop out and say I'm sorry. Do you know how hard it was not to laugh and giggle?
I have no idea.
No, of course not. You don't find anything adorable. Just terrifying, apparently. Besides the point.
The most part.
Ugh, we gotta go get the girls. Just forewarning, you are gonna have to flip that switch for them again.
Okay.
Just a heads up. Do you think we should follow them down there?
Maybe.
Wait, are you scared?
I don't like the dark.
I thought you didn't like rats.
I don't like rats either. But the dark and rats usually go hand in hand.
Oh, so you're scared there's gonna be rats. I mean, that's fair. I've been through some tunnels. Usually do have rats. Usually helps scare off people that really don't belong down there.
That does not help.
Oh no, they're quite helpful actually. At least down there they are. Don't worry, if we see a rat, I'll protect you from. But is that really your only concern about possibly going down there? Is the fact that it's dark? There might be rats?
Yes.
Okay, would it help you if I told you that one, we could bring torches, and two, it does eventually light up? Typically. Very rarely does it not.
You can say that, but we don't know that.
No, because I haven't been to this one. I prefer to try not to. I prefer not to go into any of those ever again. Okay, the girls can deal. Whatever. Let's just hope they don't try to put me in a potato sack.
It's potato sack time.
No. Let's go. Let's go find them, I guess. I'm really hoping they got me some actual baked goods, though. But I'm not joking with them when I said go get some baked goods. I'm hungry. What do you think? What was your favorite baked good when you were alive?
All of them.
All of them were your favorite. You didn't have like one specific favorite that you would eat all the time on your birthday or something.
No. There was one maid in particular that made pretty good sweets. I always preferred eating hers.
I'm guessing they were human, so they're probably no. I'm guessing that goes the same with food in general. You don't have a favorite.
No, I have a favorite food.
Oh, and what was that?
Grilled fish.
Interesting. Funny enough, that's what happened once with Dwindle. He got covered in fish. It was gross.
That is a terrible image.
Yeah. I didn't get to see it, but boy, did he told us.
That is a terrible sensory.
Yeah, and he didn't bath after that either. He's still walking.
So, you all had agreed to meet up at one place, correct?
Pretty sure we all decided we were just gonna meet back up Smith Street.
Okay. Well, after some walking, and after some walking and some wandering throughout the city, you find yourselves all coming back to one spot as you all meet back on Smith Street once again.
Where's my food?
There you go.
It's-
Probably like at least as big as she is.
I know. Just
Delicious.
eyes just going wide. Like,
Hope this is enough.
this is plenty. And just starts eating away. New little happy dance. All sitting on Rovan eating.
Teammate, wasn't it worth the wait?
Wasn't it worth the wait? Wait, what?
Oh, wait, like to not eat this second batch to see her this happy.
This is the second batch?
Oh yeah, we should go back one day. Their hot chocolate was amazing. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Hot chocolate?
No, it
We
was.
can
Rude.
go hot chocolate, but it was gonna be cold by the time we came back.
Mm. Guys have fun?
Yeah, did you find anything?
Yeah. Eddie found a tunnel.
Ooh,
Oh.
we have such good luck in tunnels.
Ugh.
It's a secret tunnel staircase.
Secret
I mean-
deep. Can see where it led, or
No. I'm not going down there.
what do you mean? You're just gonna lead us down a random tunnel?
Trust me, I'm pretty sure it's gonna lead towards something that you're. So, I'm not interested.
Sounds.
Well, why don't we get Dwindle and we all can go?
I think Dwindle's doing his own thing. Plus, we kind of need to forage. Especially since you guys, I can't seem to, get my own stuff going. I'm trying to make myself sound like I'm eating.
But it couldn't be too bad, right? Looks
Yeah,
at
we'll
that.
be fine. We'll be fine.
Oh, you have no idea. Some of those places.
And you know?
You know what? But this is delicious? Yes, this is absolutely delicious and divine.
I thought you didn't. I thought you. Hmm. We'll talk about this later.
Should we go take a look at the tunnel?
I might as well. We don't have too much time.
Yeah, we may as well make use of what time we do have.
Absolutely.
Okay. Come on, let's go to Eddie's secret tunnel. Let's go. Right, Eddie?
Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
I was just facing Eddie like, yep, I'm giving you all the credit. What you gonna do?
But wouldn't it be a really good idea if you guys go with us? Because what if we get into some trouble and Eddie could help us out because nobody could see him? Right, Eddie?
Based off the experience we just had, I think that is not how Odile thought so. Based off the experience we just had, I think Eddie a break in that department. And maybe some new training.
What did you have them do?
Oh, nothing extreme.
Nothing extreme.
I mean, it's just like how Garmador over here needs to learn how to be stealthy. He's been very quiet.
Been doing really
Good
well
job.
these past 2 sessions.
Been really
Yeah.
great. Really great, Garmador.
Speaking of, do you think we should leave him with Odile if she's not coming with us?
You leave
Maybe-
him with me, and I will.
That's
And
maybe
you
not.
will. He's gonna bring us attention.
Oh yes, quite a lot.
It's
There's
true.
gonna be a lot of people that are gonna want him.
Maybe we should leave him in the room at the end.
You think that's a good idea? Maybe we could drop him off with Wendell?
Or should we trust Dwindle around him, especially if he's gonna be at the forges?
Not at the forges, no. Come on, Odile, if you're not gonna come with us, can you please just babysit him? He's just a little guy.
But what is the matter with me?
He's just a little guy. He can't be that much trouble, right, Garmador? You're well trained, aren't you, buddy?
For same size as me, he's not little.
Well, he's a heck of a lot lighter. So he's basically little.
Odile swallows, looks directly at me. Did you just call me fat?
Yeah, he's a flower! Flowers aren't heavy! You're flesh and bones! Are you? Please tell me you are.
What if I get...
Oh, by the way, I was
First
just
she
wondering,
called me
what
fat,
are
and
you?
now she's asking if I'm even real. Do you believe this, Eddie? Robon, do you believe this?
And this
Sorry,
is why
Kate.
Dwindle thinks you're crazy.
No, Dwindle
That
thinks
was a joke,
Nyla's
that was a joke.
crazy.
You both are.
Yeah.
But I'm not judging you.
Why am I this?
Okay, but please. We don't want him to get hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
If we leave him in the room, will you just check on him every once in a while to make sure he doesn't, you know, get into trouble?
You mean pee the bed?
He doesn't pee. He's a plant. I think that says. Oh.
Let's go on in the quote book.
Just take him out for walks. You know, every couple hours if we're gone too long. You know, because he needs to photosynthesize. Or well, I may wouldn't know that word. So he can get sunlight, please.
Are you asking me to watch a plant or a dog?
He's trained like a dog.
Crime!
He's both, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we at least just get you to the tunnel? Let's just get you to
So
the tunnel.
when
okay?
we get to the tunnel, you'll take him
Yeah.
and not hurt him.
We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Okay. Let's get to the tunnel. This is
Alright.
very good.
May's gonna steal a couple of the strawberries as
Mm.
we're walking.
Hey, I bought these. You can share them.
We already had some. This is mine.
Yeah, stealing! Crime!
What?
Go over here!
No crime.
We
Is that
usually
his
doing
behavior, buddy?
crime!
Best behavior, buddy.
But you all do plenty of crime.
Apparently not as much as you do, miss. Oh, look, it's a tunnel. How did I find that? I don't know. I'm not into that stuff.
I said Eddie found the tunnel. Okay.
Eddie,
Right, Eddie?
how'd you find the tunnel?
Eddie?
I'm not at liberty to answer that.
Yeah, that's right.
Eddie, did you find the tunnel? Yes or no? Starting to get a very stern look.
May is also giving
Intimidation.
Eddie a very stern look.
Contested intimidation from the two of you.
Alright, then.
Green or purple?
Purple.
Purple it is.
What is my modifier? You're lucky I've got a negative charisma.
I'm pretty sure you're both negative in charisma.
Oh, wait, you got a 2?
Oh, I got a 4.
Oh, you got a 4? I got an 8. So,
I don't know, these are a bunch of very intimidating people here.
I was also eating food at the same time, so it makes sense.
That is Eddie's one and only nat 20 for the rest of his existence.
Big boy.
I will simply say that we have an entrance. That's all that matters. So,
Hey, Eddie, will you promise to keep an eye on Odd, keeping an eye on Garbodor?
please, you are a very responsible adult.
Uh-huh. Can you make sure that they both stay alive?
Excuse me.
Make sure she takes Garmador out on walks, please.
Uh-huh.
He's
And
he's,
feed some
he's
water.
just a plant. Yeah.
I'm not a responsible adult. Oh.
You all know that I am no more useful than a rooster's craw in the morning, right?
I'll find your books and burn them.
I physically cannot do anything about that.
Just watch her, please.
You can always talk to her, and talking does a lot.
Yes,
Sometimes.
it does.
If you all are being asked to hunt this creature, a demon no less, why not just all work together?
Look at that! Eddie's got such great ideas. Are you ready to go, Adia?
Especially
Been around
if
the block
the-
quite a bit.
yeah, that.
What? I didn't hear that.
Oh, he's been around the block quite a bit, you know? So he's pretty knowledgeable. So,
Eddie's been stuck in a painting for the past 100 years. I don't think he's
Reading
been
books?
around the block.
If we are all doing this together, should we see if Dwindle's available?
I think that would be a really good idea. I'm just getting a bad feeling about this.
I'm just saying, anything to do with demons or fiends or anything like that is usually a bad idea to go out alone.
You're not wrong.
They're not alone. They're together.
And you know what happened last time that we were alone together?
We
You
almost
guys
died.
won.
We almost got killed by
Like
an
a
owl
lot.
creature.
Like very, very, very close to being killed. A lot.
Yes, a couple of times.
We got very
A
close
handful.
to being killed. A lot. So much dead.
Uh-huh.
But this was not my doing. You guys went and did things on your own. This is why I said
But
we're
it's
gonna have
to
to
get
pay you
information
guys
for
from now on.
Eddie.
I knew that, and I was planning on getting that information for Eddie. Can you just?
You don't have to come, but we'd be grateful for your help if you did.
I'm just saying, whether my father or my mother caused issues with other kingdoms, the entirety of the kingdom was the one that suffered. It only takes one to make or break a situation, but many to deal with the consequences.
You say it like that.
Let's
I
just
feel real bad.
let's just remind you a few minutes ago you were saying you didn't want to go down there because it's dark and had rats.
I don't want to go down there, but that doesn't mean I won't. Mostly because I just have to follow you all around. I genuinely have no option. But you all do. So whether or not you choose to help each other as companions is your own choice. I just wanted to put that piece of wisdom out there, I suppose.
I appreciate it, Eddie.
Well, it's just because I'm nobility and I prefer to hear my own voice.
I was just giving a stare at Eddie like.
Listen, we're all working towards a common goal.
What's the common
if-
goal?
Eddie,
Getting information for Eddie. You know, the one that's constantly following you around because you're kind of he's
Me.
possessing your thing. Like it's not like he has a choice or anything, but they,
I really don't. I did tell you all to destroy it.
Yes, but I enjoy his company. I am fine with
Well,
have to quiet, and I somehow forget that he's there.
you interested in helping Eddie pass on to the afterlife?
Yes, of course.
Then wouldn't it be easier if we got all this information which could be helpful, which we might not find in Fran? I don't know if you know this, but the guy seemed very knowledgeable in things that he shouldn't be knowledgeable about. And if that's anything to prove of what he might know about Eddie, I think it might be worth a shot. As awful as the whole situation is, looks at Nyla, looks back at Odio. I think it'd be best if we go together. Like
It
Eddie
is
said,
dangerous to go
it's
alone.
And you never know. If we get this information, we might be able to get more later.
Are they promising to give you more information?
Yes.
And what kind of price are they gonna want then?
Well, if we do this, then we get the information.
Yes, I understand that, but I'm saying it's
We
I know
find
the
more
cost
information in
too.
Freyend.
I'm going to walk away. You go find Dwindle. Tell me when you're ready, and I will bring you to the tunnel, and I will decide then if I'm going down with you or not. Okay?
That's fair.
Say that's a start.
So just go find Dwindle. I'm gonna go be over there, pointing randomly at something. I don't even know. He is pointed at something, and I'm taking this with me.
May's gonna quickly grab a handful of the blueberries before you grab the basket. Let's go! And she's just got a big handful of the blueberries and toss them in her mouth as they start to walk off.
No, I was gonna follow her.
You know what? You're not helping.
I think that you'll thank me later.
You do know why I don't want to go down there, right?
Probably about the same reason I don't. Fear.
Close enough. Just read your book. I'm mad at you now.
And those are the consequences that I bring upon myself.
Mm-hmm.
And with it being after 10 o'clock, and now we are adding Dwindle to the roster, hopefully. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Once, let's hope we can bring him back next week. But it is after 10 o'clock, and with our group finally deciding whether or not they are going to work together to hunt down this Rakshasa. Asking for Dwindle's help will be much use, or much uselessness, depending on how the group sees it. Nonetheless, nonetheless, I can keep going until you run out of pencils.
That will not fit in my hair. You want to see all the pencils that I have?
Okay,
I don't
never
have
mind.
this.
Never mind. I'll just keep going until you run out of hair.
Who won, by the way? Who has the most in their hair?
Considering
I'm
that I
gonna
just
see
missed
how many
like
I can
3 of
fit
them.
to finish up.
Nonetheless, Our group finds themselves. Thank you, Windows Defender. That's wonderful. Finds themselves finally regrouping to figure out if they truly wish to go through with finding this Rakshasa creature. To help in their search for information that may or may not lead them to more of Eddie's family. But for now, with Odile upset at Eddie, May and Nyla searching for Dwindle to ask for his assistance, and Dwindle off doing his own thing, as they all prepare, after finding the entrance to the underground market, more than likely, we will see what happens next time. So, thank you for following the Will-O-Wisp Woods. Thank you for following the Will-O-Wisps. Because this week's story just happened to be the possible start to quite the interesting future. So, I hope that you all will join us next time in the Will-O-Wisp Woods, because we'll be sure to keep the campfire roaring for you here. And don't worry, we have extra dice for you,
And
just in
pens.
case. And plenty of pins by the look of it. Y'all have a wonderful evening.